Hey guys, welcome to my first official YouTube video. My name is Limitless and I'm bringing to you guys today some Titanfall 2 gameplay. Now, I kind of wanted to go over some aspects and some features of the game if there's still some undecided people out there on what first-person shooter game they want to pick up for this season. You got your choice between Battlefield, Call of Duty, and now Titanfall 2, which was kind of dropped in the middle. So I know there's a long time hardcore fan base for both that Battlefield and Call of Duty. I personally am a Call of Duty fan. I've purchased just about every COD every year up until this year. Not be picking this one up for the obvious reasons you may have heard on other reviews. The game just this is not what I was wanting this year for COD. I was kind of wanting them to go back to boots on the ground as well and leave the wall running and the jumping, the double jumps, the jetpacks for Titanfall. Call of Duty really shouldn't be dabbling in that. I don't think they've done that well since I think Black Ops 2 it was when they were still had their same elements of a actual Call of Duty. Now for as far as this Titanfall 2 gameplay that I'm bringing you, my setup just really quick was the Hemlock, which is an assault rifle in the game, one of the best guns in the game by far, in my opinion. It's a 3-round burst gun, something similar to the M16. I am running the grapple hook, which is something I don't have a lot of practice with. I'm normally running cloak or phase shift or something else other than grapple. I personally don't have a lot of experience with it, as you can tell here. I don't use it that effective in this gameplay, but it was actually a decent enough game to upload. I'm also running the Tone Titan. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically Assault Titan. It shoots a barrage of rockets after you lock onto people. It's definitely, between that and the Legion, definitely one of the top 2 Titans in the game right now, pre-patch. Now, as far as the game itself, I personally love the multiplayer experience. Everything feels very fluid, and smooth, and it feels like it's not too much. You got your mix of pilots and Titans and grunts and spectras. You can kill pretty much anything. If you have a hard time finding pilots, you can always go after the enemies. I guess you would call them grunts, and you can still score points for your team. Not too good at the, playing against other people or taking down the Titans, you still have that option as well. So it may feel a little underwhelming as far as if you can't find anyone, maybe taking up the points, but I personally don't have that experience. I'm normally on the lookout for pilots and Titans, and then if I see grunts in the way, I'll take them out too for the extra points. Seems like in this game, if you are, I play a lot of attrition and bounty hunt, but it seems like if you score, this game plays attrition, anything around 100 and above, you're really doing well for the team. So when we're trying to upload that are 100 plus points, not kills, points, for any further YouTube videos. Now as far as any setbacks of the game, I feel like statistic-wise, they don't offer anything for you to look at personally. It seems like you can check everything in game as far as how many kills you get, and how many Titan kills you get. There's anything in the main menu to look at statistics. Your own personal KD. How many kills you have with certain guns compared to what guns. Titan kills per Titan. Compared to other Titans, how you do against the Legion, how you do against the Scourge, vice versa. They don't offer that kind of statistic, so it's kind of sucks in that aspect that you can't have your own personal record of how well you're doing at the game, what you need to improve on. But it's not the biggest issue. It didn't make me not want to pick up the game, but it's definitely, again, probably the biggest fault of the game, because I think everything else falls in line pretty well with it. The only other complaint I would have is probably the fact that the community is a little small. I play on Xbox One, and it's consistently usually from midday to maybe midnight. It's usually around anywhere from 12,000 to 16,000 players in the whole North American region for my platform, and I've heard similar numbers for the PC and PlayStation 4, which isn't that good. I mean, let's be honest, COD back in the day, they had easily 100, 200,000 players on a day, and I believe that was for one platform. So as far as holding up against other shooters, it doesn't have the numbers, but I think that was a big thing to do with when the game was released. You had Battlefield 1 come out, and then you had COD Infinite Warfare come out, and Titanfall 2 was just kind of thrown out in the middle. And I don't think that was the best strategic use of the game. I felt like if they would have released it maybe in the summertime, either before or after Overwatch, or sometime later this year, maybe, early December, late December, around Christmas time, I think the sales would have done a lot better, and there would have been a lot more people picking up the game. I still hope that it gets to that number, because I know that the reviews on this game are really, really well. I mean, I've seen reviews 9.5, 9s all across the board. Again, it's just very solid gameplay mechanics. The guns in this game feel really well. All the assault rifles, I've tried every gun in the game. All the assault rifles feel really well. None of them really feel the same. They all kill pretty quickly though. If you get locked on by a pilot, it's very hard to actually be able to turn against them and kill someone. As far as the shotguns aren't too overpowered like you would see in some other first-person shooter games. They only have two. They have, the sniper rifles. The only issue I have with the sniper rifles is with how fast-paced this game is. The sniper rifles are a little lackluster because you need to take time to line up the shot, and the sensitivity in this, unless you're running at 5 and above, it's not going to be quick enough to really snipe someone. You might get lucky and get a couple of shots here and there, but SMGs are pretty quick, very fast-paced. I think those go well with the stim, which is a tactical ability that allows you to run around really quick for a short period of time, and also the grappling hook. I feel like the SMGs go very well with the grappling hook, or cloak. And then you got, so the assault rifles, the shotguns, the SMGs, sniper rifles, and then you got grenadiers and pistols. Grenadiers are okay. I prefer those for the game mode's bounty hunt, where there's a lot more grunts and you have to take over a certain area quicker and kill as much as you can within a short period of time. Grenadiers are pretty good, and they also work as anti-Titan weapons, which are your secondary weapons. So if you want your primary to do extra damage against Titans as well as being able to kill pilots pretty well, you can stick with the Grenadier. I don't personally care for the pistols too much in this game, most of the time because I'm running anti-Titan weapons. I prefer to try to take out the Titans more than anything, as opposed to just killing grunts and stuff with my pistol. As far as going up against pilots, the pistols, besides the shotgun pistol, which is pretty damn good up close, I would just rather use my primary weapon. Now, the maps in this game are fairly well designed. There's two of them that I'm not too thrilled about. The last map we played on, which was the Blackwater Canal, I believe, and that map's okay. The thing with this game is some of these maps they're a completely different environment and a lot better to use on different types of game modes. I play a lot of Attrition, Bounty Hunt, and Last Titan Standing, and I have favorite maps for each one of those types of game modes. They all differ. Okay, so I did change over to a second gameplay, and I wanted to kind of go over my setup for this game just in case you guys are wondering. I am using the G2, which is a semi-automatic precision rifle. Shoots very quick, kills pretty damn quick as well. It's similar to, I guess you would say, the FAL and COD. As far as my tactical setup, I am running Cloak. The Titan I'm using in this is also Tone. It's just, I know it's overpowered right now, but it's the Titan I started out with and I feel the most comfortable with since I've picked up the game. As far as the Titans go in this, you got 6 different classes. They all are pretty varied as far as their skills, the different guns they use, their special abilities, their ultimate abilities. I think the weakest of the bunch right now would be the Ronin, which is the samurai version Titan, where you can go around swinging swords and execute, and has these really cool executions against other Titans. I feel like that Titan's really good in certain gameplays, such as Bounty Hunt, where you can kind of roam around the field and kill all the grunts and pick up the money that they drop, and then go bank that really quick. You also get the Ronin very quickly compared to all the other Titans. But right now, I primarily use Tone, Scorch, and I'll use North Star, which is the Sniper Titan in Last Titan Standing, which is another one of my favorite game modes. If you guys don't know about that, please try playing it. I feel like there should be a bigger community playing that going. It's pretty much a round by round respawn. It's similar to a search and destroy game mode, but there's no bombs. You just fight your titans. 5v5. Last Titan standing wins. If your Titan gets doomed, you can still get out as a pilot and help your other Titans by putting in batteries to your teammates and helping them survive the round. And it goes to first to 4. It's an amazing game mode. Again, that's when you kind of get a feel for all the Titans. If you guys are a little bit new to the series and you guys want to get a feel for all 6 of them, maybe go try that game mode out, because it'll definitely give you a whole spectra of all the skill range of how people use their Titans, how each one is supposed to be used against another, and then you can pick out which Titans you think would be ideal for you, because everyone has their specific Titan. Right now, again, the Tone and the Legion are probably the most overpowered, but if you know how to fight them on, you know how to use the other Titans fairly well, you can get around those two. With that being said, I do enjoy the other 6 Titans. I like them all. There were 2, I hope this doesn't spoil anything for you guys, but from the campaign there are other 2 Titans in there called the Brute and the first Titan that you get to use. I feel like they might add those 2 later on, which would be awesome, because I would use the hell out of both those Titans. They also got a pretty variety range of skills. One's kind of similar to the North Star, but uses a different weapon. And then the other one's just, he uses a machine gun, shoots fairly quickly, and he has these lock-on rockets. That you can kind of lock onto anything within your sight, and it'll fire rockets at. As far as the gameplay of the game, like I said, it's very fluid, very smooth. I feel like if you guys want something that's a little fast-paced, and that's always going to keep you on your feet and always keep you going for killing stuff, this is definitely a game for you. If you guys are used to something a little bit slower, this might be a little bit of a harder transition to get into, but once you start understanding that this game's really a lot about movement, as far as you just need to keep moving. You need to go from wall to wall to wall run and kill a pilot, slide behind a corner so you get that shot and surprise someone. As far as your Titans, you always need to keep moving as well, because you're going to have pilots attacking you from every angle, as well as other Titans. Now, it doesn't take too long to adjust to, but again, I played Titanfall 1, so I'm used to the gameplay mechanics of this game. I'm consistently, if I'm not in first, I'm usually in second place in these game modes, no matter what game mode I play. I got a pretty good feel for the game. There are a couple of weapons that I will refuse to use, because I don't feel like they're going to put you at the top. But mainly if you play objectively in this game, especially something like Bounty Hunt, where you have to go around collecting money from grunts and spectras, and you can kill pilots and take half of what they have. If you guys play it that way objectively, strictly, you guys will still do very well in the game. Even if you guys were only to get 1 to 2 kills that entire game, you guys can still be top of the leaderboard with just objective, which is turning in that money. So if you guys are still undecided, go check out the reviews from other websites that'll show you what the goods of the game, the flaws of the game, things about the campaign that I didn't discuss that I could discuss in another video. If you guys are looking for good gameplay, I got 2 good games here that kind of showcase, a couple of the assault rifles, one of the Titans. I'll be uploading more, but if you guys want to, do a little more research, by all means, go ahead and do that. I feel like you guys would be very disappointed if you guys don't pick up this game. I hope this game does not die out like the first one. I feel like it will survive a little bit longer, but as far as throughout the holidays, after Christmas and New Year's, I'm not too sure, unless they really release some really cool free content in the near future. They got a new map coming out in December, Angel City, which is one from the first one, which was probably the fan favorite. And then if they release another 2 Titans, a couple more weapons, and I feel like the game will still last a little bit longer. I think the community that's playing the game right now, we're just waiting for more people to pick up the game and play with us. I mean, honestly, it's kind of sad when you see, only 5,000 to 10,000 people, late at night playing the game in total in North America. So that's it for me, guys. That was the end of the Titanfall 2 gameplay, my thoughts, my reviews. If you guys have any questions, then please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Um, if you guys have another type of gameplay or certain weapons or Titans you guys want me to try out, so you guys can kind of get a feel for how those work in the game modes that I play, then please let me know. Otherwise, please hit the like button, subscribe, show the channel some love. Again, this is my first YouTube channel, first YouTube video. I really want to see this thing take off. I've been playing games forever, and I think it's finally time to just showcase how I feel about certain areas of the gaming industry. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Limitless signing out. Thanks.